Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Yes. How are we? The Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope all of you beautiful people, boys and girls, are doing very well indeed. As you can see, I'm back in the UK, back in my normal setup, and things are good because Liverpool have just demolished Wolverhampton Wanderers by 4 goals at Anfield for the first time with fans back. The 12th man is back. The Kop is back. Jurgen giving it the fist pumps at the end. Before we get into the show and I introduce properly Doyle and James Redmond, who you can tell are very excited. If you'd like to get in touch with us tonight, please do drop a comment. Please like the video. It really does help us. Comment as well, subscribe. And if you want your comment to be 100% read out, then you know what to do. Drop us a little super chat in there as well. Whilst James Redmond does is that an Egyptian dance? I'm not too sure, but it's a great one nonetheless. Lads, what a win. Get in there.
Yeah! Warning for your eardrums, but Liverpool have just won 4-0 against Wolves. By the way, with the fans back, up the fucking fans, may I just say.
Yeah, man.
The 2,000 that turns up, man of the match.
Yeah, man.
Potentially, who knows? It definitely helped. It definitely helped. As David here says, please, guys, we're all in a good mood right now. There's no better way to show your good mood than dropping a like on the old video. I'm not even going to mention.
Seconds.
Exactly. It doesn't even take that. It's less than that. So I'm not even going to mention it again because David's just told you. But if loads more people do come in, then I probably will say it again. But right, lads, let's start off chronologically. And that means in order. So,
you're joking.
So right, 0-0, and then all of a sudden Mo Salah makes the most of a Connor Cody big mistake. It's 1-0, great finish. Talk to me about that one. And then also just before half-time, lads, we get something that we have been waiting for all year, and that's a VAR decision in our favour. James, I'm coming to you first. The Salah goal and the VAR. Talk to me.
That's a goal in itself, the VAR decision. No, that doesn't happen. That does not happen to Liverpool. In fact, that honestly, when he started going to the screen, that is a goal. I mean, what was it? What situation was that for again? Was it the penalty? The penalty.
Connor Cody dived, didn't he?
Man, the penalty. I was thinking that's definitely going to be given because when they go to the screen, they don't usually change the mind. But the Mo Salah goal, Mo Salah was fantastic all night. I don't want to jump ahead, but you could see that even before that goal, that he was going to be setting the tempo of our attack. He was going to be getting a lot of chances tonight. You can see that was going to be the aim. And even Bobby Firmino, again, I don't want to just skip to other players, but I mean, like, these are players who were a big reason for Mo Salah's great performance tonight. The team just plays amazing, and you could see that in the Salah goal. Don't get me wrong, Connor Cody makes the mistake, but at the end of the day, you've got to put the pressure on them type of players to put the mistakes there. And also, when you put into perspective that Wolves are the second best defensive team in the league, and we've just scored 4, and even goals like that, you do that through pressure, and you do that through being a class side. And Mo Salah is a class player, one who doesn't get enough respect off neutrals, but we don't care because he scores goals for us and he's boss for us, and that's all we need from Mo Salah. And another great performance from him tonight, and another great, well-taken finish, because when you do get on in them one-on-ones, the most important thing is that you finish it, and he put it in. That's all it was boss.
Doyle, Cody obviously makes a big mistake for the first goal. Do you think the dive, let's call it that, just before half-time, do you think that had something to play in his mind? Did he feel like he had to get something back for his team? Because let's face it, even he knew it was a dive. He walked off, head held low, and Henderson and everyone was pointing their finger saying, lad, just admit you dived there.
Lads. He defo thought about that. He was expecting the contact, lad, and it never come, and he just threw himself on the deck. And for that reason, lad, he is now being barred from Liverpool Football Club, lad. We will no longer be speculating about him coming to join our back line, lad. That is now cancelled. And anyway, lad, he's from fucking St. Helens anyway, lad. So, do you know what? Nah, bro. You cancelled yourself even more, bro. You know what I mean?
Pissed when he said that. I was like, man, like, he's tearing him. He's tearing him just when he's not even a scouser. He's from St. Helens. I just thought that's so funny.
Lads,
But you
know what, lads, right? I was screaming on the group chat, weren't I? I was going, no, because I was like, if this is given, lads, this is sabotage, this, because it defo wasn't a pen. So I made up, lad, that VAR actually went our way for once, lad.
For once?
It went our way, lad.
Jesus.
It was amazing, bro. It worked.
It felt like a goal. It did. It was exciting. Love that. David again says, Alex, ask us to share the channel too. Share the channel. Thank you very much, David. Right, it goes into half-time, a comfortable 1-0 lead, second half, and Gini Wijnaldum. I mean, he's the thumbnail tonight. He's just in an interview, lad, said, I'm not here to talk about my contract. Ask the club if you want to talk to them about that. And then Paul Scholes said, why would you want to leave Liverpool? Nowhere is better than them right now. James Redmond, Gini Wijnaldum scores the second goal with the captain's armband on as well, by the way. Talk to me about that, and then we'll eventually, obviously, we'll speak about the old, you know what, the old, yeah.
You're going to make me cry. You're going to make me cry. I love my Gini. He's my Gini.
Well, Doyle's, Ginny's your man, Doyle, isn't he, really? He's got his...
We can share Gini.
No, yours is Mane. Don't get greedy now, James. Yours is Mane. Everyone on this channel knows that yours is Mane.
We're sharing Gini.
You're famous because of Mane.
Shut the fuck up. You're right, but shut the fuck up. We can all share Gini. We can all share. He's our man, and today he was brilliant. And every day he's brilliant. And do you know what about Gini Wijnaldum, club or country? He's just the penultimate, not the penultimate. He's the ultimate fucking just everything. Just not even player, leader, work rate, consistency.
That's the word.
You know, quality. Like, let's not even discredit that. He's actually a very talented footballer. Everything. Yeah, and do you know what, mate? I'm gonna say Gini Wijnaldum is probably the most underrated player in the most underrated midfielder in the Premier League. He doesn't get talked about enough. Doesn't get talked about for how world class he is. He's a world class player without question. Not just because of the team that he's in. He's just a world class player in general. He done it in a PSV team. He stood out in a Newcastle team, which was shite. And then he came to a Liverpool team and fit right in and changed the dynamics of how we played. And ever since has put in 100% week in, week out. And if that club doesn't give that man the contract that he absolutely deserves, and I'm sorry that I'm skipping ahead, Alex, but I just want to jump onto that point. I just think, like, disgrace. And I don't know how you can even make that decision. I really don't. And I know, like, we're Liverpool Football Club, we've got great players, great depth, and we always need to move forward. But James Milner isn't going to be staying much longer. Shaqiri won't be staying much longer. There's midfielders. Naby Keita's even been talked about to leave the club. You keep Gini Wijnaldum. Gini Wijnaldum's someone who loves the club as well. And the fact that he's saying every single time he's asked about his contract, ask the club about the contract, that means that he, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but that means that he would actually fucking, sign the contract. And if it's money, he deserves double the money than what he's probably asking for, mate. So you give him that money. You give him whatever money. I don't give a fuck. Gini Wijnaldum, sorry, Alex, I'll stop swearing for your monetization. He's boss. He's sensational. And I just can't describe the feeling if he was to leave and I saw him go to a Barcelona or a Real Madrid. Because you know what, mate? That's just like it is genuinely like seeing, like, like when Alonso left and Hippier finished and stuff like that. It does have that vibe to it because Gini Wijnaldum has been just that.
There's absolutely no bad blood. We just love him so much and we want him to stay.
No bad blood. It's the club. It's the club.
It's the club, Alex, it's the club. But anyway, let's get on to some happy things as well, because he gave it the old Verge celebration, didn't he? And Virgil was in the stands, actually, and he watched that goal go in. Man went for the Verge. So that's 2-0. And then Salah with an incredible cross-field flat cross. Joel Matip, the big man, knocks it in the middle of the goal. No chance for Rui Patricio. Does his little Joel Matip walk and celebrates in front of the Kop, who actually, again, listen, we will save the man of the match right up until the end. But one thing I should say at this point, right? You could give that award to Kelleher, Robertson, Fabinho, Matip, Henderson, Gini, Salah even Curtis Jones had an incredible game. Are you mad again?
He was sensational.
So we'll get on to all that. 3-0. It's sorry, was it 3-0 was the own goal and then Matip was the 4-0? Or was it the other way around?
Matip was the 4-0 was the own goal.
Yeah. So the own goal could have been more. I mean, lads, where do we start with who could potentially be one of the best players on the pitch. I mean, Ali McCoist on commentary gave it to Andy Robertson. BBC Sport have Andy Robertson down with a rating of 8.06, 8.32, which is the man of the match, apparently. Salah on 8.07, Wijnaldum 8.09, Kelleher 8.01, Fabinho 7.92, Hendo 7.85, Matip 7.94, Mane 7.7, Jones 7.4. I mean, everyone had a great game tonight. You couldn't pick out one bad performance, really. James Redmond, let's go.
Thank you, sir. So when we talk about Kelleher, and we need to talk about Kelleher, I'm not saying he was the
Premier League debut, by the way.
My man, not only that, by the way, Alex, he has just started his Champions League debut at Anfield, by the way, in a game that was a must-win. Oh, and got a clean sheet. Oh, and did fantastic. Oh, and had things to do. Then he comes in against a very difficult Wolves side. Let's not mistake this. Ajax and Wolves are two very difficult teams that can score goals. He goes in and he gets another clean sheet. He goes in between the sticks and he is commanding. He goes in between the sticks. He is confident and good on the ball. Don't get me wrong. There's maybe one moment where he might not look the most confident, but that is where the minutes do dividends for Kelleher, and he will get better in between the sticks. And you know what? It looks like he's taken every opportunity that's coming his way. Fantastic. And how many goalkeepers, by the way, can say, oh, I debuted for Liverpool both at Anfield in the Champions League and the Premier League. Oh, and got a clean sheet, by the way. Like, he's amazing. Kelleher put in a shift today, as well as all the other players that you listed. And because you listed all them players who could have been man of the match, that's why I'm making it easy for myself and giving it to the 12th man. That was the Kop, mate. They were boss. We got 3 goals facing them. So, them man.
The Kop, Doyle, you saw at the end when we won, Klopp has been giving it the fist pumps. He's been waiting to do that for 9 months, bro. I got goosebumps when I watched that. I'm not going to lie.
We've all been waiting. It was a bit emotional, lad, watching this. There's no coincidence, lad, that we've just won 4-0 and the fans are back for the first time, lad. That's not a coincidence.
Exactly.
The fellas have just put in a shift for the fans, lad, and it was a fucking boss to watch, wasn't it? It was just one of them, lad. Even seeing Klopp at the end celebrating. The boys, when Matip scored, lad, was just boss, wasn't it? Went up to the fans. How long's it been since we've seen that? Ages, lad. Ages.
So long.
It's mad, lad. It's been one of the best performances we've had in months, lad. We played against Leicester, great game, but this one just seemed different. As soon as we were shooting towards the Kop, it was just like we were just old Liverpool again, lad. It didn't matter who was on the pitch, doesn't matter who was playing. He was just doing the same things. And then even when the Trent came on, introduced himself with one of the best balls.
Oh, what an assist,
lad! It was that good. Their defenders slotted it for us. He was like, you know what? Yeah, lad. Yeah,
nice
bro. He was just like, I'll slot that for you, lad. Yeah, it was mad. It was just a boss performance. And just to add to what Jay was saying about Kelly, lads, he just seems calm, you know. He just is chilling in that box. He doesn't seem rushed.
In his prime.
He's just chilling, lads. He doesn't seem phased. That's the number one thing. You look at Adrian and he's flappy, lad. He's like all edgy in there. Kelleher's just walking around his box like, I know I'm gonna save this. I know I'm gonna catch this. This is sound. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's no pressure on him. So
love that.
It's boss, lad.
Brilliant performance.
Get all the birds when he goes to Ireland, mate.
Yeah. As soon as he touches down in Dublin, he's going to be swimming in it. But Ant Dicko says, yes, lads, hope all is well. Boss to see Scousers, two Scousers in a brilliant team. 65 games unbeaten in the league at home. Silly that. To be fair, Oliver smacks the nail on the head there. He goes, lad, and another lad. I think, I wouldn't want to presume, but what I think he's talking about is Doyle lad. Whenever Doyle lad says lad,
that is quite correct.
Yes, lads.
Like I've got Tourette's when it comes to lads.
Yeah, it's great though. We love it.
Lads.
Yeah.
Sorry, lads. Makes sense. Sorry, lads. It's
sorry, lads.
Fans back got relief. Right, a question for both of you before we bring in Darren. Obviously, Tottenham today, brilliant win for them. 2-0 in the North London derby. Kane on fire, Sonny on fire. They have got to come to Anfield a week on Wednesday. We're playing Fulham next week, Midtjylland in the week, so the big lads can get a rest, I would say. Let's play Billy in centre-back, and we'll preview that game properly on Monday. But A week on Wednesday, Tottenham come to Anfield, lads. And just imagine for 1 second that team tonight with Alisson in goal, potentially with Thiago and potentially the Ox knocking about as well. Keita's back, Shaqiri's back. Hopefully in the next game, we might play in Champions League. Just imagine this team with Van Dijk in it and Gomez and Thiago. Oh, goodness me, lads.
Liverpool on steroids.
It's like the film.
Steroids.
Today was a good test of our what they're gonna come to do to us, lad, is set up to defend and counter attack us like they did against whoever the Arsenal today. So we had a good setup today because that's the way the game started. We both thought we were just going to counter each other, so we both set up to not let that happen. And then we did it, lads, and we took it further and scored more goals. So I hope that's what's going to happen against Spurs as well. We just take the momentum, and then when we're shooting towards the Kop, we just score about 4 goals. I know Jose, though. If I know Jose, he knows how to stop a Liverpool team. It's the one thing. Honestly, he does.
Yeah, he does. So, he's spoiled the party in the past, hasn't he?
Not this one.
But the fans is the winning element over there. Like with the backlash, you know what I mean? So as long as they just scream at Harry Kane and Son, sweet, innit? It's very sad. Just scream at them.
Check this out. In the league, as things stand, Joe Brady says home games unbeaten. First, Liverpool, 65. Second, Tottenham with 4. That's how far ahead we are in terms of home wins, home victories, unbeaten. Incredible. Lad from down the road from me, best right back on the planet, will take that. Absolutely, bro. Love that. And Dick are always getting involved. Love it. He also says nobody in this league comes close to us full strength, and they all know it as well. Diego, the Palace fan, says Palace have Spurs next weekend. We will touch them up. Yes. Benteca's back in form. Yeah, I mean 5-1 win for Palace today away at West Brom. If there's any time to play, well, it's going to be a great match, isn't it? Tottenham Palace, both teams in form. Love that. We'll preview that in detail on Kop to Bottom, of course, on Thursday. We won't see the greatest LFC side until next season when the best are back. Look forward to it, mates. Love that. Brilliant stuff. David always coming with the clever shouts, to be fair, all the time.
No, but that is a serious shout because say if hypothetically we have a fit team next season, boys, then say if we go on to win anything this season with this team, that's the biggest achievements of Klopp's career. But then when you have a Thiago in that team, then you have a Van Dijk in that team. Like literally our best players on paper and in the team. Alisson back in the team, consistently playing, mate. Serious. And that's why I'm not saying the players themselves are on roids, but I mean the club, from the club that it is now compared to the club that it will be with the addition of a Thiago and a Virgil van Dijk and all these ones. Steroids.
Speaking of steroids, Darren, I'm joking. How are we, fella?
Up the Irish, Darren. Up the Irish.
But yeah, Kelleher will be swimming in it in Dublin.
You know that.
4 words for 4 goals. Rapid, rampant, resilient Reds. Brilliant performance. Trent's back. Goals are back. Clean sheets are back. Fans are back. Fist pumps are back. Just we're back on top. Kop on top. What can I say? Unbelievable, lads. Brilliant performance tonight. Yeah, on fire tonight. Be swimming in it with Kelleher as well.
Careful, you got a missus, mate. Right, let's talk to Darren then about the lad in goal. I mean, you mentioned him there. James is his biggest new fan now, it seems like, as well. But Kelleher, I mean, is this the same fella that we saw concede 5 in the League Cup at Anfield, by the way, lad?
Nope.
Against Arsenal last season. I saw a comment just now on Twitter saying, surely this isn't the same fella that looked pretty average in the League Cup.
Can change a young goalkeeper like that when they're playing and training around the players that they're playing and training around. He's a young goalkeeper and he wants to get better. When you've got the mentality and you're open to getting better, then you will get better. And Kelleher's got that mentality for sure.
Yeah, he's learning from Alisson and he's getting his shots taken at him from Mane, Salah, Bobby Firmino, Jota, all these incredible players. You know what I mean? What a player.
No words. know how
No
rare it
words.
is to see Doyle with no words coming out of his mouth.
It's not technical difficulties, people.
I just want to
It's
go.
not
This has never happened before. When Doyle explodes, he just goes lad, 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 lad.
lad.
Darren, Ant here says you 4 lads should play midweek with the kitchen staff. I'm up for that. Darren, what's your
game?
Yeah. Well, I played fullback, so I could go back in there, that defensive midfield, but I certainly wouldn't be a match to Trent, Nico Williams, or Fabinho on that role. But yeah, it's played the under-23s midweek, lads. Give the lads a rest. They've worked their socks off, particularly Gini Wijnaldum. He's played game after game, country club, the goal he got tonight, and he's played like a lot. His performance tonight with the energy, the intensity he had, the creativity, even his defensive side of the game was like as if he'd been rested all season. He was unbelievable, lads. And I heard you just a while ago, Alex, saying any of them could have been man of the match. Robbo, brilliant. Matip, Fabinho. Henderson, I thought, was super as well. Made the midfield tick. He was just awesome again tonight. And even the front three at times caused Wolves a lot of problems. I think they were a bit under the radar tonight, with Jota coming on. Bobby didn't score. Probably wasn't his best game, but he done some really good work defensively off the ball as well. I watched a lot of Bobby tonight, and it was great to see the fans singing a song, lads, for the 5 or 6 minutes there tonight. The stadium was hopping with only 2,000, so all round really pleased with tonight, lads. Was actually on Sky prediction before this, they had that we were going to be beating 3-2. So, you know, again, media, mainstream, not really with us, lads, putting us down, but 65 unbeaten.
Unbelievable. Do you know what, lads? I think if it didn't warrant this already, I feel like tonight definitely people have to really respect us now, because the one thing that people could throw at us was they're gonna watch what happens when they get their injuries. By the way, just watch. We're joint top of the league, lads, with 7 first-team injuries. People have to start respecting this.
Yeah,
and I'm going to make it.
It's all Jurgen Klopp.
It's all Klopp. It's all Klopp.
It's his philosophy. That's what I'm saying. You can put any player in any position in that team and they do a job. That's not because, like, the good players 100% in recruitment is good, but that's because of the philosophy in the club and the training regimes and the players that are around. There's no. It's not a coincidence that they're all just great. You know what I mean? It's the philosophy, lad.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp is a gift from the gods, lad.
Yeah,
honestly, just a gift from the gods.
A quick.
We couldn't have handpicked someone better.
Nah,
really.
No. Welford TV.
German, lad.
Speaking of Scousers, Welford has been at the match tonight. He was inside the stadium, guys. So he will be on in 5 minutes to talk to us. We'll add him on with the lads here as well. Searings here says, lads, what's your opinion on this one? The dive by Cody, why wasn't it yellow? Obviously, it went to VAR. For the first time, I can say this season, the ref has disagreed with the original decision that he made. Why wasn't it yellow? And is Cody a little bit embarrassed, do you think, with all of this now?
He has to say that.
Yeah, he has to. That's the point. Like, it was going to be contact. It was going to be contact. It's one of them where it didn't look like he was going to get him. There was going to be contact and he pulled out. So it wasn't really a dive. He was probably going to get him. And one of them, you know what I mean?
From first view, I thought it was a penalty. Not when it was showed. The first angle, I was like, what the fuck's Manny doing there? But then it obviously shown it and I was like, fair play. Didn't think Manny was that stupid and undisciplined. Like...
But honestly, Darren, I mean, an overhead. I mean, listen, Manny, an overhead kick in your own box.
Nah, it was a bit mad. It was a bit mad.
I reckon Manny did it on purpose, lad. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was going to, like, trick him to fall over, lad, to pull out. And then VAR was going to do that. It was all Manny's plan.
One of the pundits on Premier Sport, sorry there, Doyle, Kevin Doyle, he was actually used to play for Oil. He's a striker here. And he read that Cody took the dive because when Mane put his foot up in the air, automatically it just assumed that it's a high foot, it's going to hit you in the face, so we went over. He doesn't think that was intentional. Now, it did look intentional. I think Cody went for it because he gave the goal away. He wanted to do his utmost, especially at Anfield, being a local lad. He wanted to get his team back into the game. So I always watch Whitney misses, and when they reviewed it, she even said to me, nah, that's a dive. He didn't. So what I'm saying, if you say it's a dive, surely the ref has to clear and obvious, but we've seen it before, lads. Clear and obvious isn't clear and obvious when it comes to VAR and referee make decisions. But credit where credit's due tonight, he reviewed it and the right decision was given. Cody could have got a yellow card.
At least it wasn't given. I was screaming at the telly.
I just don't care. I don't care about no yellow card to Conor Cody. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is that the main decision in that moment was given as the correct decision. That, believe me, I'm grateful for that, because we haven't had that this season much, boys. And in that moment, I was genuinely terrified, because I was just thinking, this is just going to be given against us. Like, I was honestly, in that moment, I could have said, I'm 100% sure this is going to go against us. And I'm so happy I was proven wrong.
I screamed in a voice
There was also flashbacks of last week when Jamie Carragher says every time the referee goes to the screen to review it, they don't normally they go with the decision that was first given. So I was thinking, this can't happen, because it was too clear and obvious.
He has a point as well. Yeah, he has a point. He has reasons to believe that, and then next thing you know, it's just like, nah, it's not. But that probably would have been the worst one all season if that was given. If I'm missing one or two, probably would have been the worst one. Not in terms of circumstances, but in terms of like what the way it looked and stuff.
No, you're right. David here. Only 2 times this season have I seen the ref claw a decision back after VAR on-pitch monitor review. The other was John Moss, who was the VAR ref tonight too. So John Moss, I mean, not the best referee in the world, but obviously,
shit on VAR
has done us decent there tonight. Darren, talk to me about the goal from Gini itself. I mean, it's one of them. I don't know about you guys, but he had the ball for so long, and it was almost as if the defence was saying, "Have a crack." Do you know what I mean? So he just thought, right, I'm going to bend it. He had all the time in the world to get it into that top corner, and although it looks like a screamer, and it is a screamer, I think pro ballers would actually tell you they're almost asking for that goal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Cody stood back off him and was kind of inviting him in to have a shot, whatever he was doing with that. But I mean, it was a cracking top corner in the Kop. His performance, that goal done his performance justice. He deserved that, lads. He was just brilliant. And genius from Gini, what can I say?
Yeah, Gini's goal, fantastic. Doyle, a final word tonight on what has been an incredible comeback then for the fans to be at Anfield. I mean, please do stay on, because Welford will be on very soon. We'll see what the atmosphere was actually like inside the ground tonight. But do you think we've actually turned a little bit of a corner here now, Doyle, in terms of getting the camaraderie back, and maybe fans coming back now, even if it is 2000, maybe it's come back at the perfect time for us?
I think I was just about to say that this is the right time for the fans to come back. We're low on energy. You know, we've got players missing. We need the fans right now. And in these important games when we're playing big teams like Wolves and Tottenham as well. So, perfect time. This was wonderful. It's almost, I'm going to go to bed tonight a happy man. Especially knowing that when we do go and play Spurs next weekend, they're going to have to come to them fans. You know what I mean? So, made up, lad.
Yeah, the next game in the Premier League is Fulham away. That's next Sunday. So again, a big week again for Liverpool. Not as important, as weeks gone by, but a game on Tuesday night, and then Sunday, and then it's again on Wednesday at Tottenham. Who can we be looking forward to coming back into the team for that Tottenham game, do you reckon? If, let's say, the likes of Keita are back and around, Shaqiri might be back around, Thiago might be back around, the Ox. There's a lot of names that are coming back into this team.
We might be seeing a turning point for Liverpool here. But we're in a good position for the circumstances we've been under. We've dealt with the situation perfectly as we can. Obviously, perfect is winning every game during this time, but it's near enough impossible, believe me. To still be joint top after all them injuries is a really good thing. And if you told me we were going to have all them injuries, I wouldn't be saying we'd be joint top. I really wouldn't. I'd probably be doubting us for the top 10. If we had all them injuries, if you said to me at the start of the season, like, mate, I don't never liked it doubting Jurgen Klopp, but I don't know what man can get a team like that filled with a mixture of second team players, youth team players, like all of that, mate. And you've made it work, and you've got them first after however many games. Without all these, and it's without Thiago, without Virg, without all these, mate. It's all these players that are massive to our team. Thiago, he's so crucial to our team, and he hasn't even played games, but he's crucial just because he's our player. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I think we've dealt with it perfectly, and going forward is exciting with them players coming back for sure.
We haven't even spent any dough. We've not spent any dough to put these players in. We put Kelly and Nico in there, who's just doing jobs for us. You know what I mean?
I think this is why Jurgen's been chatting nothing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the boys.
Look at that. That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
That is what you want to see.
It's testament, and it's basically just testament to not only is the philosophy good, but we do have quality, and I've said it time and time again over the season. Quality shines through. That's why you've seen Tottenham do well, because there's not much quality in the league at the moment, but they've got Kane and they've got Son, so they're world class players. So we've got them world class players at the top still, and until they're gone, my hope is not gone to win this league. We can win this league. We've just qualified for the Champions League with a game in hand. We are getting through difficult fixtures. The fans are back. Players are starting to come back, like Trent. Thiago's coming back. The Reds are on the up.
I'm getting butterflies. I
just can't. This team just doesn't give up, and even it doesn't matter who's on that pitch. It's just, I love this team. I love it so much.
Hey lads, 3 words. 3 words, and they're on screen right now.
We are boss.
23 more wins. I don't even think we'll need that.
It's not 3 words. It's 2 letters and 2 words, really, if you want to be like that.
Yeah.
23 more wins, lads.
Yeah, I think these upcoming weeks, lads, particularly these next 3 games, we have Fulham, we've Spurs and Crystal Palace, and we play Fulham Sunday, Spurs Wednesday, and Palace an early kick-off on the Saturday. So that's going to be a huge test, and I can see us possibly, if we can, please God, get 3 wins out of those 3 and pulling the weight in the rest, lads. And that's where we're going to start seeing a little bit of the cream rising to the top, where it goes back to what you're saying, Doyle, and there's a bit of a quote about it: form is temporary, class is permanent. And that's where you're going to see that. And like what James was saying, like the injuries he's had, I can't count on one hand how many players are being fit. Probably Robbo, Gini has been fit. I think even James Milner's got injured. You know what I mean? And that's how fit he is, the athlete he is. He hasn't even played many games.
Bobby.
That haven't been. So it's testament, lads, to the players and the character. And then you have players like Nico Williams that come in, Reece Williams, Nat Phillips, who else missing? Kelleher that come in. And some of these players in big games haven't all performed, particularly Nico Williams. And when them bad performances were put in, it was a big time for them to reflect and come back and be stronger. And they've done that. And you see Nico again tonight. It was a little bit weirdy when he started. I thought maybe put Fabinho in at right full. Put Matip and Nat Phillips centre back because they were brilliant against Brighton and West Ham. But look, he's went with Nico, lads, tried and trusted with him, stuck with him, and he was brilliant, I thought, for the best part of the game tonight. And then who comes on to replace them? The assist king, Trent's back, goals are back, assists are back, and it's just great, lads. So all round, hopefully it's all well, ends well, and we'll soon find out. But I think the next, particularly 2 weeks, are huge.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry, Alex, James. Can I just ask Zadin a question? Zadin, my mate. Would you say Kelleher is now good enough to be Ireland's #1 goalkeeper?
Yes, I do. The only thing that might go against him is game time, but Alisson does get a lot of injuries, a lot of muscle injuries. So if he can get in a bit more, play in games, probably the FA Cup games that he can, I don't know, that Alisson needs resting in. Yeah, he could, lads. He's been brilliant, and Ireland could do with certainly a good goalkeeper like him, but he's cool, calm, collected. He's all the attributes. He's playing now under a manager, under a team, a system that's phenomenal. So hopefully he can take that to a level, to international level. But I'm not too bothered about international, to be honest, but it would be great to see Liverpool and Cork keeper going. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Listen, no Irish goalkeeper has been this good since Shay Given, surely. And Dicko says, outstanding channel, lads. Keep it up. That really does mean a lot. Thank you so much, my brother. Right, for the final 10 minutes of the show, never seen before, I'm going to have 6 of you all on the screen at once. I'm bringing in the 2 Kop TV youngsters. First and foremost, the lad who is at the game tonight. Man like Welford TV.
Boys. Oh my God.
The game! And we've got Theo as well. How are we? The first time we've had 6 of you. Welford, talk to us.
Oh, yeah, I honestly, God, that is so good. One of the best experiences of my life. It was so good. Like, you think, I was like, there's only going to be like 1,500 fans there, but it's obviously a shame you got to see it full to the rim, but oh my God, it's so safe. Everything's done so good, and oh my God, absolutely
Welford,
phenomenal.
you can say you can sorry, Welford. You can say that
No,
you've
go on,
been
go on.
to a COVID game. You can say that.
Not
And
only a
first one
COVID
back
game, lad.
as
Yeah,
champions as
Champions
well.
game.
Yeah, I know.
Champions
You got
game,
to see the
exactly that.
champions.
You're
Champions.
the first
Oh,
person
it
in
was so
30
good,
years to see a Champions
That's
League,
brilliant.
a Champions team, lad. It's a
And
Where did you
belter.
I
sit,
just
Welford?
think from now on, wait, what'd you say?
Where did you sit?
In the Kop, so it's like if you look at the Kop on the pitch, the top right, that's where you can only sit. You can only sit there, and then there's all the
Brilliant.
corporate seats in the main stand. Oh, boys, it's ridiculous. If you manage to get a ticket for the next games, honest to God, it's bouncing. No matter who we're gonna play. Oh my God, I just feel
It's like your own
after that
private footy game.
performance- Mad.
Kiefer says, James, I didn't think there was anyone younger than you on this channel. Who's actually?
Mate, we've got a youth team on this channel.
You know what,
We've got a
though?
youth team.
Do you know what? It's perfect, right? Because I think Theo is the youngest.
I'm
think
14.
so.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
So you're both
Am I?
14.
I'm December the 20th. I'm in like 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say,
Birthday soon.
it's in age order. You've got Theo the youngest, Welford James,
Yeah.
then me, Doyle and Dan.
Darren's the granddad. Now the message.
Hang off the Theo.
I'm the
what did you
granddad,
think
lad.
of
To
the
this, yeah, I am.
Theo,
But
talk
Welford,
to me.
going back to what James was saying there, you've been at a game. First, obviously, Liverpool to win the league in 30 years. It's great to say that you were at that, and you were at a game during the pandemic, so that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Fair play to you, and that's priceless memories
I
forever.
know. Thank you.
Get
It
that,
is
so
mad,
it's great to see and talk to someone tonight that was at the game.
yeah, it was brilliant tonight. And I think obviously you always watch the game, you can just tell, like, honest to God, everyone there just full on bouncing. Everyone was stood up. Like the stewards there are so sound. Like they're always supportive and all that. And yeah, it was really safe as well, which is a massive part. So you got a lot of old people going. And my granddad who took me today, obviously, he was a high risk, and it was so safe. And I feel like you could easily get another 2,000-4,000 in there if it stayed like that, and hopefully it does. But yeah, that tonight, one of the best experiences of my life, I've got to say.
Did you see Jürgen? Did you see Jürgen doing a thing at the end?
The pump, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
so good.
Welford, who's your man of the match?
I literally knew Granddad talking about this. I'd say there's about 6 nominees, but for me,
So I said,
I'm gonna give it Nico Williams because everyone slags him off. Everyone slags him off over the past couple of weeks. He got booked in the first minute, which wasn't a booking, and Adama went on that left side at half time. He switched it, and I thought, here we go. He just got to run, and for me, absolutely phenomenal. Every minute he's just grown into the game. And I think just the reason because of the past, obviously getting slagged off, getting booked, that just a bit more. But I think Curtis Jones, Firmino, Salah, Robertson, they were all phenomenal tonight.
Theo Woods. We'll come back to Welford. Theo, your man of the match. I know you've been waiting in the sidelines. Really appreciate that, mate. Talk to us.
You see, I think literally any one of them on the pitch could have been man of the match tonight. But I thought, for me, it was Robertson. I thought he was constantly running up and down. And I thought he was my man of the match tonight. He was excellent.
I think you know all these songs that we've had down the years, lads, of running down the way. Surely Robbo's got to get a song soon.
No, you've got running down the wing, and then you've got running bloody everywhere. Yeah. That's what Robbo is.
He's an engine, lad. Robbo's an engine,
you know what I mean? Listen, Robbo, ever since that City game and Everton game where he just chased
he's full of oil, I think, isn't he?
Chased down the whole team. The whole team. And he's been doing it since day one. Robbo's boss.
Yeah, he loves an iron brew, Robbo. He loves it up in Scotland. Welford, talk to us about what it was like, in terms of, I mean, you must have been able to hear the actual players shouting and stuff tonight, surely. I mean, I've sat on the Kop a few rows up, but realistically, I mean, you must have heard every word tonight. Talk to us about did you hear anything that you can't repeat?
Well, to be fair, it wasn't that bad, obviously, because everyone's buzzing to be back in, especially being the first lot. Everyone was just dancing, and it was very good. But there was like the odd time, especially Conor Cody, you could hear him a lot, always screaming Adama, and that's all he was saying, Adama
really?
All the time. Yeah, because I think he wasn't happy with him half the time because he's just so lazy. But
he was poor today, Adama.
Nah, I don't rate him, but I think you can get so much more out of him. Just tell him to run into the box. But I think, it wasn't much silence at all. I wouldn't say there's over 30 seconds of silence because I think how everyone was so excited to be back through the first lot as well, which was so mad. It was just ridiculous. But I think every home game we see now, I think I'm not messing. I think Liverpool will dominate the home game because having the fans back, we all know in the past how good Liverpool play at home with the fans. But to even have such a small number of fans, but I think because it's even more, it means more to people. People are not sitting down; they're just screaming the top of their lungs out, singing, getting behind them. I think you'll see some really good performances in Liverpool. I think after that performance, that's put us back into a very, very good chance here, and I think I'm going to back us to do it again this year.
Love that.
Welford, you're getting my man of the match reward then because you were in the Kop, my mate. So,
yeah, man, love that.
Thank you.
Great support, fantastic.
Yeah.
Here you go, though. Here's one from Joe Brady. Here's his six-a-side Kop TV team. So I'm in goal for some reason, which is just a madness.
Wait,
I score the goals. I don't save them. Doyle back me up.
Alex is going in goal. I'm going in midfield. I'm Mr. Dictator. I'm the Mr. Dictator. We'll have Doyle Welford up front. We'll have Doyle next to me and Darren controlling the back line like Birch.
Heavy down.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They've got Darren centre back, centre mid James, centre mid Theo, striker Doyle with Welford up top. I mean,
hey, listen, Welford, you better put away the chances. You better be putting them away better than Bobby at the minute.
Wait, can I just point on something? Can we just admire how good Matip and Fabinho have been? The best defender out in the world. You've got Gomez out. Fabinho and Matip. Oh, Matip again scoring again. He does.
Say it again, Welford.
Matip. Everyone's a bit dodgy with his, but I think today just. How good he dealt with. Fabinho made a really good tackle, I thought, with Connor Cody, and I thought, it's 1-1 here.
Oh, what a tackle that was, by the way.
What a tackle.
Man.
Wait, can I just ask you a question?
Do you know that we've only...
Wait, go on, Darren. Wait, is he...
Yeah, sorry, do you know that we've only conceded one goal since Fabinho played centre-back, and that was against Brighton, and it was very controversial, so...
Yeah,
people like being rough, being the wall.
You remember what I said, Alex? You remember what I said after the Chelsea game? He walked into the game or what?
Yes.
He walked into the game or what?
A centre midfielder.
Yep, and he walked out the game.
As a central defensive footballer. Yeah.
Centre back for Jesus' sake.
Wait, can I just...
Here's a shout. Before Welford gets into it, Sam Wright, nail on the head. Welford is James Redmond 5 years ago.
Thank you, everyone.
By the way, Welford is better than James Redmond 5 years ago.
Hey, Welford, you'll have your face on a mug with your phrase on in 5 years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You get a quote for you.
I just have a question. What for me is a very tough question. I was thinking with my granddad. Who would you next year send every centre back we've got fit, including Fabinho? Who would you put alongside Van Dijk next year when everyone's fit?
Joe Gomez.
Yeah, still Joe Gomez.
He's the long term. He's the long term option. Joel Matip is fantastic, and I actually think he's probably I'm more comfortable in saying this now. He's a better player than Joe Gomez, but the ceiling's higher for Joe Gomez, and he's not as actually he is injury prone. He does get long injuries, but I think it's his age. It's his age.
Yeah, I'd say Matip, because I think Gomez is just a bit, he can have an off game, and I just feel like Matip, every time he's played this season, he's done very, very well.
He doesn't put a foot wrong, guys.
I know, exactly. So that's why
honestly.
We all know Gomez can be a little bit, a little bit shaky sometimes, but to be fair, I'd put anyone there, because obviously...
Welford, I agree with you. Sorry for interrupting you, Welford. I agree with you wholeheartedly with the fact that you've gone with Matip. I think he's a better centre-back than Joe Gomez. I agree. It's just the age.
I think Matip has been so good this season, and as Alex said, he's not put one foot wrong that I can remember. He's keeping clean sheets consistently, and I just feel like... But, yeah, on the day, I think anyone, I'd be happy with Fabinho, Matip or Gomez. It's so tough. And you've got to remember, we know Matip's quite injury-prone and Gomez, so you never know who's going to be fit in that.
After you, Darren.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Welford. But the only thing is, I think what James is saying, for me personally, I think Gomez, because of his future, he's 23, the experience he had so far for a 23-year-old. I've been on this before saying he's more experienced than some of the top professionals at that played centre back at that age. So I think winning a Champions League, the ultimate, the Premier League, the ultimate, and a couple of honours also he's won at Liverpool, and how he's progressed, I think Gomez will be there. But what I like more about Matip than Gomez is just the calmness, the reassurance you get, and he gets more goals, doesn't he? So, good argument for the 20.
Yeah,
one of the questions I
on
wanted
the
to ask
fence with all three of
who
them.
was realistically like to sign in January. Yeah.
I'd say
What centre back would you
fullback.
like to sign in January that is realistic?
Definitely not Cody. Definitely not Cody anymore, lad.
I'd say Upamecano for me. I watched the Leipzig game against Bull. Watched like the last 45 minutes against Bayern, and he looked very good. Same with Kanate, who partners him at the back for Leipzig. But for me, I'd go Upamecano, because I feel like he's young and he's proven himself a lot in the Champions League. They obviously play United on Tuesday, so we'll see a bit more on him. But for me, I'd say Upamecano for me.
Yeah.
I wanted to quickly ask Theo a question. And Jokes here says, congratulations, you're all starting midweek, because obviously on Tuesday we are playing a really unimportant Champions League game. Who starts in that back line for you on Tuesday, Theo?
I'd just put anyone there.
Play me. I'll play against Midtjylland, sorry.
Same.
I think we should go Reece Williams and James Redmond. How about that?
Yes, Theo!
Love that. Well, there you go. It might happen. We've seen stranger things happen, to be fair. AJ saying, Agent Cody only did that to help us. Perfect signing, lol. But then he says, Cody is a Judas and Cody is barred for life from the Liverpool area.
Was it a pen? Because I just obviously...
Oh, you've not seen it, have you? Never a pen. It was a dive.
No.
Yeah, because I seen some fella came over to us at half time and showed us a video, but then it was like pictures of the video, and I thought he's won the ball, but I was like, because at first I thought Pogba did one against West Ham yesterday against Souček, and I thought that one, no one said ever that, but at first I thought it's gonna give it here, because every time they go over to the screen, everything's against us. So, but I need to look back at it match today later.
Well, I can't believe we are all really, really honoured to be joined by someone who's actually at the game tonight, Welford.
So you feel special here, boys.
No, you are.
Welford, you better have done a vlog.
Yeah. Don't worry.
When's the vlog out?
I'll change that for you, Welford.
Tonight. I want to bring it out before 11 because I want to get it out now while everyone's like fresh in the brain.
All right, bro. Well, listen. On that note, man. I'm gonna say goodbye to all of you, Doyle, Darren, James, Welford, and Theo. I tell you what, it doesn't half. What a night, Welford! I tell you what, though, it doesn't half make our nights and weekends and our moods. It's so much better when we watch a performance like that.
Yeah,
boys, we are all smiling.
But we'll always remember tonight.
Yeah, man.
I'm just moving my limbs because I don't know what else to do. So Alex, you need to
work tomorrow, lads.
Quickly before we all go. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the channel as well. We made history. Welford was there. Lads, I will see you all again on Tuesday night after the Midtjylland game. But up the Reds, back to the top of the table.
Lads.
Love it, boys.
Brilliant.
Up the Reds.
Up the Reds. Peace out. Theo, goodbye. Welford, goodbye. Darren, goodbye. Right, there you go then. Liverpool 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. That is an incredible set of... Well, actually, I'm not even going to call them fan cams anymore. If you actually look at the thumbnail to this video, I'm actually renaming this section of the channel, and it's going to be called Post-Match Reaction Show. Because on Wednesday the 16th, hopefully, touch wood, we will be bringing back the actual real-life fan cams with James outside the actual Anfield, which we're very much looking forward to. So, guys, take care. A great win for Liverpool, and we'll see you again very soon.